Da na na na. I dressed up for nothing. Steven Soderbergh, my old chum, not really, my inspiration. You let me down, man. How did you produce this? I'm just gonna score this right off the bat because I don't want people to immediately assume I'm going Robert Storms of this, or I'm gonna go on a random specific winner. Because here's the thing: when it comes to the actual winners and a lot of the speeches and like the nominees and whatnot, it's a 5 out of 5. This was an uncommonly good year for movies. All the people I feel like deserve to win won, although it was kind of shocking that Chadwick Boseman didn't win, all things considered, especially production-wise, and also because his performance was incredible. But the thing is, before people jump on board, as much as I would have wanted Chadwick Boseman to win, or for that matter, Delroy Lindo to be nominated, Anthony Hopkins' performance in The Father was incredible, and I think that it's the film that I think was the least watched of all the nominees, next to maybe Sound of Metal. Watch the movie, and watch Sound of Metal for that matter. Both terrific films. Riz Ahmed and Mr. Hopkins both gave terrific performances. This was an uncommonly good year, so I'm not going to pin them. Nomadland won Best Picture, that made me happy, but again, all 8 films winning would have... This was a year where anyone who won, I would have won, because I loved all of them. Daniel Kaluuya winning for, despite the weird placement of Best Supporting Actor for Best Actor nominee, Daniel Kaluuya winning for Judas and the Black Messiah was terrific. Emerald Fennell won Best Original Screenplay, also terrific. Florian Zeller... And that cute little moment with his wife was quite adorable. However, the telecast, on the other hand, 0. I'm going to be honest with you. The winners and nominees and a lot of the speeches were A+, including Tyler Perry, weirdly enough. His humanitarian award speech was really kind of moving. The show itself, the telecast, and I hate to say this about my man Soderbergh, but I hated it. I'm going to be honest with you. The production-wise, this telecast was one of the worst Oscar telecasts ever. At least in my lifetime. And a lot of that, I don't want to jump to blame so quickly because it is a telecast that... It's a miracle that we had a telecast in the first place, and I am truly grateful for it because of the COVID environment. But, so I don't necessarily blame it in that regard. I blame certain decisions made for aspects of the show, and I'll get into that quickly. First off, I want to point out, really want to see that Questlove documentary, really want to see West Side Story. They both look good. And In the Heights, of course, people who are on my channel know I'm pumped for that. First things first. I'm a little particular about this, even like, I'm not OC, but a little bit, the choice, I know that they probably just assumed that Chadwick Boseman was going to win, which I honestly assume so also, because what a terrific performance again, but to do Best Picture third to last instead of last threw me off so hardcore that I really, even though Nomad won, I couldn't really enjoy it. It was just kind of a weird choice among many. And I love Rita Moreno, and it was wonderful seeing her on stage again. I'm really, again, not only, but also Call Me, or One Day at a Time, rather. If you haven't seen that show, check that out. It's really underrated and terrific. It deserves to find a third home now, because it just keeps getting canceled, and it's really good. But my God, I hated this. This was just cringe. Regina King had a beautiful speech that opened it, but even her, and again, love Regina King, good actress, and proved this year she's a terrific filmmaker as well. But her speech was beautiful in regards to being a mother of a child who's, being African American is under attack, moving. Which is not right, that is still going on, and that has gone on as long as it has. That speech was moving, but the problem is that they did this sort of awkward entrance where they had, like, movie-style credits for the Oscars, and she was walking kind of awkwardly with an Oscar, and I don't blame Regina King, because I feel like it was almost the decision was, 2 minutes before the show, Regina, you're gonna do this. Oh, really? You have a minute and a half before the show. Oh no. It looked like they didn't tell her what she was doing, beforehand. Because, it was a lot of weird choices. I will say this, I loved the speech from, God, I pronounced your name, but I'm afraid I'm going to butcher it. I'm so sorry, miss. You were awesome, I'm so glad you won. For Minari, you played the grandmother. I loved her. I thought that was one of the highlights of the night, where she said, I don't want to compete with you, and then I love you all, and then Amanda Seyfried kind of mouthed I love you and was kind of smiling and tearing up. That was really awesome. By the way, in case you're wondering, the grandma would have been my wild card choice that I would have been very happy with. Amanda Seyfried kind of go, but I'm really happy that she won. And just all that other stuff. I thought the Steven Yeun's little story about a Terminator 2, going to see that with his mom, was quite endearing. Kind of reminded me of the end credits of Bad Moms, where they're kind of talking about the weird memories of their own mothers, the cast of that movie. The whole movie or rather, the telecast, just felt really off. But you know what my biggest problem with? Okay, before I say anything, I love the following people. I love them. Questlove, Laurel Howery, Daniel Kaluuya, Andra Day, and Glenn Close. But here's the thing. And I really want to see that Summer of Soul movie. But here's the thing. It looked great. Here's the thing, though. That was clearly what they're building up to. That trivia segment was so uncomfortable. It felt like it was thrown together in 5 seconds. Even Daniel Kaluuya, I think at one point he said, Laurel, sit down, man. It didn't seem like anyone told him he was going to get involved in this. It was weird. And it went on forever, and it was just leading to basically having him introduce the trailer, which is fine. But my biggest problem is, the thing is with me was that it led to one of the more detrimental things, which really offended me, honestly, which is, and I don't get it, I never use the word offended very often, which was they sped up the In Memoriam. And I thought that was really, they got Angela Bassett out there, who's, again, wonderful, amazing actress. Like Amber Ruffin says, she's everyone's dream mom. And when they're trying to calm down. But it's the thing, she comes on there, and she does give a really good speech, but at the same time, the speech, I don't know. It felt a little rushed. The speech, the message, okay, the point of the speech was good, about COVID and about, Black Lives Matter, and the detrimental effect of that kind of thing. But the thing is, though, is that was wonderful. But the problem is when they got to the In Memoriam actual part, the tribute to all the people we lost. That part actually worked for me, was her speech. The song was an interesting choice. I don't quite know if it was the best one, but it was well sung. However, they were on the fast forward button. Not only with the song, but with the tribute, and I felt really, I felt it was kind of disrespectful, especially in regards to everyone involved, but people, like Ennio Morricone and Lynn Shelton, who, I love Lynn Shelton. I really was sad when I heard she died. She's a great filmmaker. Your Sister's Sister is one of my favorite indie movies. I think it's really underrated. She did that. She did Laggies, which I also really liked. So that was disappointing. And then you also got people like George Segal, and of course the great Chadwick Boseman, but it kind of dishonored those people. That's the thing that was so weird, is that it was moving so fast that, I'm pretty hyperactive, and even I couldn't keep pace with it, because I was trying to also simultaneously, and this is kind of the only thing really keeping me going with it, I was doing a text chain to let my mom know who won. I was kind of texting her throughout the show, okay, this person won, my mother. But I was trying to tell her about it just was going so fast. It was oh my god, guys, come on. Let these people have their moment. And it just felt like they needed that 10 minutes to do that really elongated skit with all those good, talented people who should have known better, when they could have been focusing that energy on In Memoriam and honoring those people. And it hurt a little bit. It was kind of like these people, I felt really bad for the people who are surviving these people. It just felt really, it just felt kind of cruel. It really did. Soul won Best Picture. That was terrific. If Anything Happens, I Love You won Best Animated Short, which I thought was great. A terrific film, but my goodness, I just, all the winners were deserving. Thomas Vinterberg, I didn't know his daughter passed away. I'm so sorry, Mr. Vinterberg. I hope she rests in peace. I feel you, and I can't imagine what you're going through. I hope everything's okay. And you're a great artist, also. Go see The Hunt. It's a great, check that out from a few years ago. It's a great film. I don't know what else to say, you guys. This telecast was awkward and weird. I can't really star this. I'll say this. We'll just do stars for the part. The nominees, speeches, and winners, 5 stars, pretty much. The telecast, though, it's a 0, guys. I don't know what to say. Maybe a star. I'll give it a star just because Regina King and Angela Bassett's speeches were really relevant and well said, but my goodness, I just this kind of was not worth all the hullabaloo after a while, and I just the weird choices took away from the more joyful moments that really could have hit harder. Yeah, that's just how I feel, guys. I'm sorry. I just had to say it. I was let down. And this was kind of an exciting year for me because it was the first year where it really could be anybody's because everyone, to me, was good. There was no out-of-the-box choice where I was just like, really, that one? Every movie, all 8 of the Best Picture nominees and a lot of the other nominees that I had seen were terrific. So I really didn't... It was pretty good, and you can almost tell that there's someone behind just telling people, go, go, go. Like Zendaya, who, one, her pronunciation was on point. Hers and Harrison Ford, I gotta give them credit for, some of the names would have been really hard to pronounce. But she was moving like a bullet, and I don't think that was Zendaya's decision, because I know Zendaya's a talented actress. I think a lot of it was, and also like a really poised, likable person, because I've seen her around. But it's just like, it seems almost like that was a choice someone else was making, like, go faster, and it just kind of like, I don't know. You're already going to go a half an hour over. Why, just heavily reduce or take out the weird trivia skit, which wasn't even trivia. They were playing songs that weren't even known songs from movies and saying, like, was this movie nominated or not? It was weird. All right. And then Glenn Close kind of talk like, I guess Glenn Close is a hip-hop fan, that's cool. That kind of made me smirk, but the whole thing was kind of dumb. Alright. So, yeah, that's it for me, guys. Tomorrow, first thing, I'm planning on getting you a review of Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm gonna watch Bird Girl and maybe get something to eat and go to bed. I'm tired. This was kind of a waste of time. And then Rutherford Falls, and then next week, I don't know. Oh, we got Scott Pilgrim, and I might go see that horror film Separation, even though the cast is good, but the filmmaking credentials don't look promising, but I might check that out. And also, if it opens in Edwardsville, I don't know if it's Limbo. I saw the trailer for that, I'm like, oh, this looks really good. A little indie movie. So, we'll see you guys. So my advice for people, I guess, who are seeing this in the time stream in the past is go to the theater and see Together Demon Slayer, The Night of Oscars. Find out the winners online. This telecast was a waste of time. So... Sorry, it's true. Sad but true. Steven, you directed one of my favorite films of last year, Let Them All Talk. You've directed several of my favorite films. I don't know what happened tonight, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright. Thank you all. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Love you all, Class Miss. I love you 3000. Yay, Nomadland, but boo this telecast. And yay, all the nominees and winners. Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring you guys down. Do better next year, guys. Hopefully, since it looks like, hopefully, God willing, this virus is tampered down. Maybe we will get a more proper show next year. I sure hope so, because this was a complete mess. Right. Thank you all. Take care. Bye.